Where the grind meets the game. It's the sim side of golf where the fairways glow. Lost my numbers, let the whole world know. From the tee to the green, yeah, we dial it in. Second flight swing, but we play to win. Whoa. Indoor lights, but the pressure real. Virtual course, but the cut still. Sim golf talk, yeah, the spin rate clean. Breaking down the swing on the elite sim screen. Nashville Nights got the squad online. Grossing that champs, yeah, we all on grind. If you love this game, then you in the club. Welcome to the sim side, turn it up.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Sim Side of Golf podcast. Jacob here, and I am super excited again about the guest that we have and a little backstory. When I got started into this, kind of looking for a sim, my first one in my garage, I actually came across Ubsey Golf, and it is surreal now that I'm able to kind of sit with them and have a little podcast conversation. And I just can't thank them enough. And excited to have got to know them over the past couple weeks and watch their content. And going from watching their videos and their launch monitor reviews when I had no knowledge about it, and to talking to them now is just again, it's surreal, and I'm super appreciative. And this is going to be a good one. So Ubsey Golf, man, thank you
How's
for
it going?
joining.
Thanks for having us.
You
We
just dropped that
appreciate
on us. We didn't even know that. That's awesome.
it. Glad we could help.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we're Ubsey Golf. We're overweight middle-aged men play average golf. This is Chubsy. I'm Ubsey, and we started a channel. You know what I mean? And we're just
Yep.
Tell them why though.
okay. So
we got to know
was,
everything.
yeah. How it started was we started with a Mevo Plus and a golf bays enclosure right in the back of our warehouse. I own a warehouse that we do all kinds of stuff with, but it's our main office. We call it the headquarters of awesomeness. Yeah. And we built a sim in there. We had no idea what we were doing.
None.
Yeah. And so we got a Mevo, which, you know, maybe not our favorite. For indoor inside of a metal building is not the greatest place for a Mevo. No knock against the product. It's not a bad product.
How long ago was this?
This was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
A little bit over 2 years ago. Yep. And so we started with that, and it grew into like knowing and understanding all the stuff and learning about different launch monitors. We ended up getting a GC3 after that, and then we really kind of took off in playing because it was a whole different world, being able to have putting and, you know, accuracy and not worrying about misreads inside of a metal building with giant heaters and fans that were
just so you know, the radar based units, the static interference indoors was brutal. Like we were actually taking static spray and having to spray the screen before we hit in the morning.
Screens, mats, everything had to be sprayed because we live in Denver too. And so you know, our average humidity here is like 14%. And so it's everything is like you touch anything and like our screens are blinking on and off.
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? Because it's just it's pretty bad static. So
it was a
job
just to play golf.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. We had cases of bounce static spray, literally
By the case.
Were you guys hold up? Were you guys like sponsored by them? Surely you had something.
we should have been.
Should have been sponsored by a lot of people at this point.
Yeah.
So I mean, to how Ubsey Golf actually came about, you know, after you know, doing all the sim stuff, I started. We needed I wanted a new computer because I wanted to steal we had a 4070 Ti machine. We were running 4K, and I wanted to steal that to try course building and on GS Pro or OPCD. And so I take it into my office and I get everything set up. Now I got like 8 monitors in my office, and I'm starting to learn all this stuff. And I was building Chubsy's dad's course for him down in Ocala, Florida. And I got about
2 holes.
I got 3 holes. And about 3 weeks into it, and I was like, this is way too hard. And so I literally walked out of my office, walked into his office, and said, we should start a YouTube channel. And he's like, okay,
That's it.
Yeah.
And so that's literally what happened.
That's awesome.
And really, it was just about it's turned into something awesome for us.
Right.
And
Yeah.
really, we were just having a blast, and
For
we're
sure.
still having a blast.
Absolutely.
But the people we've met along the way, the stuff that just keeps happening, including yourself and your channel, and it's just this incredible network of golf enthusiasts from around the world, which makes it exciting. I mean, you were in our live feed yesterday, and the chat was just jumping. We had South Africa, Norway, Germany, and it just keeps growing, which is an absolute blast for us.
Yeah. Yep. UK, like all kinds of places. Yeah, it was great. And so how I actually met Second Flight here was in one of the Facebook groups.
Yeah.
I think,
Absolutely.
wasn't it? Like,
yeah, it was. Yeah, I think
we had commented on something, and then I don't even know what it was. I don't know what happened, but we just started chatting, and I was like, "Oh man,
it's
is
Ubsey
awesome."
Golf. I remember it like it's yesterday. I called my friend. I was like, Ubsey just commented on something, and it was like, I agreed with me. I was like, I'm going home from work. My day's made. Yeah. So basically, someone was asking about a couple of floor-based launch monitors, and I put in there, hey, basically like Spica 3, like the Spica 3 is, in my opinion, and we'll talk later about it, one that's not talked about. It's one that a lot of people don't mention, and it's arguably one of the best floor-based launch monitors. And you commented on there, and you were like, "Yeah, Spica 3, I agree with that." And obviously, didn't know it was a Facebook name, right? It wasn't
Right?
Ubsey
Yeah. Same.
Golf.
Yeah.
And then, after a bunch of stalking and figuring out where you lived in Denver, or not Denver, I'm sorry, Colorado. I obviously found that it was Ubsey, and yeah, we just kind of connected that way. So, but yeah,
For sure. Yeah.
There you have it, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when we decided what is this channel really going to be about, we said, well, what do we see? Everybody watches a lot of YouTube golf, and you see scratch golfers hitting perfect shots over and over and over again. And the reality is, we know that what's the percentage? It's probably like 98% of golfers like aren't hitting the balls
Right, or never break 90.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a huge number,
We figured that was a hole. There's a hole there, right? So that's why overweight middle-aged men play average golf, and we do. I mean, he's actually gotten exponentially better from when we started swinging, and we take a lot of swings, and I have too. I mean, I didn't even start playing with irons until we got a simulator. Like, I was playing with 5 clubs in my bag. I had a 3-wood, a 5-wood, a hybrid, a putter, and one of those Texas wedges. I called it the game changer because I couldn't chip. So when I got that thing, I could hit it from 100 yards or from 2. It didn't matter. And so it changed my game.
And a 64-degree wedge.
And a 64.
Wow.
I managed to shoot a 76 with those clubs, but I had fun. That's the thing. I didn't really care about going out, and I would play. I love the game of golf, and I like being outside with my friends and being in a beautiful park. And then he's like, dude, you got to start playing real golf. And
I'm going to get a simulator.
Yeah, I've been playing competitive sports my entire life. And up till even last year, I just stopped playing. We took second in Worlds in senior major softball, and I decided to hang up my cleats this year and really focus on golf. And I'm getting way better. I mean, I'm a legit 11 handicap outside right now. And I think this year is going to be my breakout year.
I think so too.
Yeah. 2026 is your year.
For sure.
And I was probably like a legitimate 25 handicap before we got a sim, because we were cheating, or I was, like breakfast ball, mulligan on each side, and foot wedge, and I'm taking that 40-foot putt. It was good by me, So, but now we actually play legit golf.
Yeah. If you hit out of bounds, you actually remove a stroke, right? You
Yeah,
don't add one.
exactly.
Yeah.
Who adds stroke, right?
That was a double. No, the birdie.
So it just, and then we decided, well, we have a little bit of resources, and why don't we do some testing on equipment and clubs, and hopefully provide a decent amount of content. But the funny thing is, like, we did something on a product the other day, and it was like, well, there's another shitty review on a great product.
Yep. So if you watched our launch monitor reviews and got anything out of them, I am astounded. I'm glad to hear that, because
I'm here today.
Half the stuff doesn't even work when we're doing it.
That's right.
We're calling out numbers that don't matter to anybody.
Yeah, I remember there was there was a side by side comparison. I forget which launch monitors
It
it
was the
was.
Square and the MLM. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. The Square didn't
and
work the whole time.
yeah, and that was the first one I had. And again, we'll
Yeah.
talk about Omni and everything of Square later. But you guys had GS Pro, and then you had a different software, and obviously you guys, yeah, they would basically be, I forget which one of you, one would hit, and the other one would be like, all right, the numbers on this
Yep.
software was
Yep.
blank, 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 blank. The numbers on this, and I'm just trying to keep up. I probably was driving through Nashville at the time, just like trying not to, you know, hit another car. But yeah, it was informative, and it it got me to a point, and there's others, right? I cheated a little bit on you guys, and I would watch other videos.
Well, it's fair.
Hate to
I
hate to
mean, if you
admit
want,
that.
yeah, yeah, if you want actual like detailed reviews, don't watch our channel for
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Stay
You come
far
to see, you come to our channel. You come to see, you know, do I want to look at more details? You know what I mean?
That's a great point.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and what got me though was like the the difference. So obviously there are, and you guys, there are many folks and individuals on YouTube that are doing the launch monitors, and like you said, there's people that are hitting the same shot over and over, and that's not going to be me. I've played golf my whole life. Outside, I am probably a 4 to 5 handicap, maybe a little less than that. On a sim, I can shoot even or under. Or
Mm.
like last night, we played the golf club in Tennessee, and I have a brand new shaft in my driver, and I shot 5 over. Really tough course, tight, didn't hit the driver well. So, but the banter, the fun, I think that Ubsey golf brings is what keeps people locked in. And for myself, I know that's what it is. I want to watch golf. I think that's fun. But also the banter, the conversations, the laughter, that's the additional part that I think that draws the audience, in my opinion. Or it did for me. So that's the cool part of the channel is yeah, the your guys is obviously banter back and forth is is awesome.
we appreciate that.
We do.
Yeah.
If you go back 6 months ago before we had a YouTube channel, or 8 months ago, whatever it was, I don't even know when we started it, to be honest with you. But like it sounds exactly the same when we're recording videos or we're on a live stream
Yeah.
as it did 8 months ago
in real life.
Like
That's just what we talk to
I mean,
each other. So.
there's maybe less cussing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But beyond that, it's just we were like, well, why not just do what we're doing, you know?
Yeah.
And like we love testing this stuff. Like, hey, we've both been very blessed in our lives. Like we've both done well. We have the ability to have some of these things and be able to, like, one of the things is that, and I don't want this to be this way forever, right? But we purchase all of the stuff that we test.
Yeah.
Right. That ours, like, I mean, I obviously am always scouring for deals and doing that kind of stuff
For
because I
sure.
don't want to pay full price for it. But like everything that we've done is stuff that we've bought. We've
Yeah.
never gotten anything for free. We've never none of that stuff. So we like that. And then we've been doing some giveaways and stuff like that because again, we've been, we've been able to lead like really blessed lives.
For sure.
And so it's like, hey, can we give back to the community that's, supporting us and saying nice things like
Mhm.
you,
Yeah.
being like, oh, it's Ubsey, you know what I mean? I'm like, I didn't know that anybody cared, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you did, and I was like, oh, perfect.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
great,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, yeah.
The feedback's been outstanding, which is what we love. We had a phenomenal comment on the Tacoma video we did the other
Yep.
day, and it was the gentleman said, finally, an honest, unbiased review
Right.
For
from
sure.
average golfers on clubs. And
Yeah.
he goes, it's mostly just fanboys or sponsored people saying these are the best things ever made, and people are running out and buying
Yeah,
them.
and they're out there, scratch golfers or plus
Yeah.
handicaps, striping it every time. It's like, yeah, that's easy to do with any decent club.
Yeah.
You know,
It didn't matter what you put in their hands.
what happens when you're like us and you can't find the middle of the club face? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And what people don't know behind the camera is what that individual has from affiliation standpoint. Like what
Exactly.
kickbacks are they
Right.
getting? And
Yep.
so at the end of the day, like, they post that, or they say, hey, I am getting whatever it is, I am affiliated with this, or if you use my code, you get a discount. How honest is that? Like, you don't know, right? I mean, you would hope to think that it's honest. And I think I think Joe Legowski is kind of one of those that never had an affiliation until
Right.
recently. I just watched his video
Yep.
actually, and
Yeah.
he,
Yep.
um, if that was on a bingo card or a true or false, and it was, I wouldn't say life or death. That's a little dark for for the podcast, but I would say that he had affiliate program based off the,
Yeah.
how big he was. And it's really cool to see that there wasn't. Now, obviously he has the ability with Bayside Golf to get stuff, but
Right.
yeah,
Right.
that's crazy.
Which
So everything
which
in
is
there
awesome.
is
Yep.
paid for by Ubsey.
Yep.
And
Yep.
there's
The
a
only
lot.
thing that's
There's a
in
lot in
here,
there.
the only thing that's in
There's-
here that's not paid for by us, fully at least, is, and I shouldn't even say that. Everything in here is paid for.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
turf we got at cost and installed by a local company
Okay.
that we're partnering with called ProSims, and then also our surround here, the wall padding.
Yeah.
They did that at cost as well. And for
Okay.
we're partnering with them. We're testing out all the materials. Like it's not like they're getting nothing out of it either.
For sure.
That's it though.
And I'll
That's
tell you
That's it.
what,
We still paid for all of it. Trust me, it was still
Yeah.
expensive.
they're blowing up though,
Yeah.
which takes us like sim golf. It's he started a sim company, really not knowing much about it.
Yeah.
They're a
And
turf
They're a
company.
turf company.
Yeah,
He said,
yeah.
I'm going to go into Sims. And he came over here and he saw our old setup
Yeah.
and didn't know anything about the technology, nothing, and just went out and started selling jobs. And he's an incredible builder, so he
For
can
sure.
do custom spots in a room and stuff. And now, I mean, shoot, he just came. He brought some people by here the week ago,
Mhm.
and it's going to turn into 17 Sims
Wow.
for a commercial build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. And so one of them is literally right by my house, which is so cool.
It is.
Like a
Yeah.
4-minute walk from my house. I was
So-
like, oh, this is great. You know?
That kind of brings up a question off topic here.
Mhm.
With Sims, so say there's a membership or a commercial space next to you. Do you choose that or do you choose your own sim? Like would you, if you had nothing and you had the ability to put money into a membership 24 hours, could go anytime, or put in your own, which way you going?
I would 100% be going on my own.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only reason I would be using any sim place, like with the one that's going in down the street from me, is that there's
Yep.
like there's going to be 7 PGA coaches there. And
Got it.
I need help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I can walk 4 minutes away and take lessons,
For sure.
I'm all in. Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I have this one here. I also have a simulator in my garage at home.
Okay.
And so I have a Unicore IXO2, BenQ TK710 SDI,
Yeah.
SIG 12 enclosure, SIG Softy 4x10 mat.
Yep.
I have all the stuff there. So why would I leave
Yeah,
home?
absolutely.
He,
Yeah.
he's got a real issue though. He can't be within. He has to be within 5 miles of a sim at all times, just
Gotcha.
in case. He
Okay.
gets the swing.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's like a golfophile. Is that right? Is that a word?
I guess that would work. I don't know. I don't know if it's real, but I think it works.
Yeah, it works fine.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I
Yeah.
prefer to be within 30 feet of one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
5 miles is kind of a stretch.
So like it's kind of like that the dog collar, right? As you start getting further away, you kind of start like
Yeah. Starts
Yeah.
shocking me a little bit. Yeah.
That's awesome. So
So-
where are we at
so I
today?
know
Is that like a
In here, we are in what we call Simtopia.
Simtopia?
We,
Okay.
we have we've got this is a we could probably even move the camera around a little bit if you want. This is a 20 by 40 room that we built inside of our warehouse.
Okay.
We have two mini splits in here for HVAC.
Yeah.
That was part of our problem, is that we were in the back of our warehouse with there was heaters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But first of all, it's like really expensive to heat that amount of square footage when in the winter.
100%.
And
Absolutely.
then secondly, it's in the summer, it was about 95. We'd be back here with no shirts on, just sweating.
Hitting drivers. It was a sight to behold.
Yeah.
Thank God
Yeah.
we weren't recording that.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say,
no.
where are those videos at?
Yeah, no. they wouldn't live long on any site.
I think we would have been kicked off the interwebs for that.
The interweb, yeah. Nice.
So yeah, it's a 20 by 40. It's obviously temperature controlled. We have like a couch. We have a desk that we are able to like set our computers up so that we can work, while we're out here, because there's a lot of times where we're out here, and it's nice to be able to come out here. We can work, we can do whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
And then we can either play around or just, hit some balls or whatever it may be. And I'll tell you that, mental health wise, I think this is the best thing I've ever done in my entire life for my mental health.
Amen to that.
Like,
yeah.
it's like when anything's going on, any of that kind of stuff. It's like you come out here and you can take your mind off of everything and not having to go like, book a tea time somewhere, wait until Saturday, go, and then be out for 4 or 5 hours, depending on where you're playing and like all that kind of stuff. Like it just coming in and just having a place that you can go to. And, that's why we call it Simtopia, right? It's because it's just, it takes all of that stress and everything out. I mean, even my wife is like, why don't you go out and hit some balls? You know what I mean? Like, you're stressed out, like all that stuff going on, and
That's
it
awesome.
works.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anyway, sorry to get back to that, was way off topic, but
Told you this was going to happen.
Absolutely.
to get back to it, we have a Bullseye Golf Sim 16:9 gray screen.
Okay.
We have
Gray
turf.
screen. So I know what that is for anyone that would. Not that anyone's going to watch this, but just in case.
They do. Yeah.
Gray versus white.
Yep. There's a gray versus white situation with the screens, and I will tell you that the reason that I went with gray screen is because when we bought our new house, I put a ultra short throw projector in the media room with a gray ambient light rejecting screen. And what happened, you can see that screen in the daytime with lights on using like a 3000 lumen projector, right?
Wow. Okay.
And I was like, this is unbelievable. Like, and it's really good. If you turn the lights off, it's even better, but you don't notice it if you just have them on, right? And I was like, oh, okay. And so I saw that I think the first to market, like actually market with it, with where you could buy it, was Shop Indoor Golf. I think Carl's might have announced it or something, but Shop Indoor Golf had the first one you could buy. And I have a Sig 12 enclosure at my house, which is a 9x12 enclosure. So I bought the gray screen there using actually this projector that's here now, which is the BenQ LK936 ST. And so super bright 5100 lumen projector. It's like, all that. So, and I was like, this is incredible. And so when we built this place, when we built this room, I was like, we're going with the gray screen.
For sure.
We wanted to try Bullseye. We've heard a lot of good stuff about them. I mean, I've gone through 2 of my, one Sig 12 screen. So I had gone through one Sig 12 screen where I burned holes in it, know, and
because
it
the
got
ball
to the
speed
place
just
where
so high.
No, it was because I was an idiot. And we were like, we did it here too. And we were out here practicing our swings, and we're like hitting pitching wedges over and over at the screen. 10,000 RPM a spin. Just burning holes.
Got it.
Just dumb. Well, we didn't know any better.
Well, we replaced the other enclosure screen
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah. And so when I got another white screen, and they, they're great over there. Like they gave me a discount on it because I had burned holes in it and ruined it in like, 10 months. It was not even a year.
Yeah.
They gave me a discount on it. And then I learned from watching others and paying more attention that, when you warm up with an 8-iron or a 7-iron. You don't hit pitching wedge over and over at the screen. And they're lasting a lot longer. But then they came out the gray screen. So I actually, like, for once, very carefully folded up the old one because it's still a brand new white screen.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to try the gray and put that on. And so when we got here, it was like, we have to go gray. And it's what it does, especially for a projector that's this bright, is that it stops all the bleed on the white. And so a lot, like, I didn't know that, but like at my house, like, it looked blurry. And I'm like, this is like a $5,000 projector. Why does this look blurry? And as soon as I put that gray screen up, I had zero of that anymore. And it was because when I got up closer, I had obviously figured out that the light was bleeding through the white in the fabric into other areas. So it looked blurry. And it wasn't really that the projector was blurry at all. It was just, it is so bright, it was bleeding. So the gray screen stops all that. It looks like immaculate in here now.
You can
Yeah.
see when we're on TikTok live, and that's
Yeah.
just coming through
Or
our
YouTube,
phone.
yeah.
And we've done the OBS overlays and all that stuff, but like just the stuff on the phone, how good it looks. People think that we're running a good camera. It's just an iPhone.
Yeah.
And granted, the paint is right in here,
For sure.
the lighting is correct, and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So you get that epic immersion into the screen.
And when you look at it, you saw it on YouTube and how good it looks on YouTube.
For sure.
And people think all the time that it's an overlay.
Yeah.
And like a lot of streamers and sim golfers will use an overlay, angle corrected on their screen, which is great. And I mean, I was like getting ready to do that, and then I kept looking at it. I'm like, well, man, you can see that real well. And then everybody started asking, "Are you using an overlay?" We're like, "No,
no. Watch me walk. Watch me walk in front of it.
right. You can see our shadow. Yeah. So also we're using the Pro TVX launch monitor.
Yep.
Like I said, the LK936 ST projector.
Okay.
And we have just other miscellaneous kind of goodies. We do have the SIG Pro Softy 4x10 mat in here. That will be changed a whole bunch as we continue doing all this stuff with the Sim and Turf company.
Yeah.
Basically, what we've done is we've created a 4x10 area that can be removed and new stuff put down and tested each time.
Awesome.
Right? So we can test different turfs. We can test different hitting strips.
Yep.
We've been designing a hitting strip with them, just because. I mean, it's like, why not? Things are so expensive in the sim world.
They are.
Things are so expensive, And one of the things that we've liked doing or really enjoyed doing is showing people that you don't have to spend $40,000 to have a nice sim.
Absolutely.
You can have something and be up and running for $2,500.
Yeah. My first one in our main garage was sub 2K for sure. It was probably around 13, 14. And that's hitting into a screen and watching it go still. Like obviously you could even go cheaper in that with hitting and watching on an iPad or a TV if you're just hitting to a net. So there's even ways to even get more cost efficient or effective. So that kind of leads me into, you guys are running a giveaway, right?
We are running a giveaway.
Let's talk about it. So
well, first of all, it ends on February 28th.
Yeah.
And we are giving away we can show you some of it if you want.
For sure.
It's all sitting right here.
Yeah.
It's basically a complete simulator setup, hitting screen, and the only thing that's missing is the hitting mat.
And a monitor for the PC.
Correct.
So here this is something that we found. We have a video on this as well. But this projector is a 2,500 lumen projector, and it was $300.
Wow. Okay.
Tested 3 on Amazon.
It's a short throw. It was maybe a foot further away from the screen to fill the whole 16:9 screen.
Yeah.
Than our BenQ. So it's not super short. And when you're that far away, it's a 2,000 or 2,500 lumen Amazon projector. Like you want it a little bit closer,
For sure.
You need the light to be shorter distance.
Absolutely.
But it works fantastic 1080p. We have a Rapsodo MLM2 Pro.
Still today, solid device, right?
I mean this device, I would say it's probably what's the most accurate budget launch monitor.
If you're a data junkie, right?
Yep.
If you really want performance.
Right. If you're using these, you have something that is, I mean, truly, if you get it set up correctly, you have the correct distance, you have the RPT balls, you have the correct distance to the screen, all that stuff. I mean, it's on par with a lot of the big boys. I mean, it's super, super accurate.
Yeah.
It's really cool. You just can't putt with it natively, which is, so you're playing auto putt, and short chips suck because it's a radar unit. It's always one of the drawbacks of them.
For sure.
The mini PC that's coming with this was really, I was blown away by it because he goes, look at this thing, and it's this big. It's the whole PC.
Okay.
And I said, that's what we're going to run this on. He goes, yes, we are. And we sure did. It worked, man. It was really
so fully tested, right? So you ran that PC.
So we have a video of me playing on it on the PC, on the mini PC. We have a video of the projectors. We have a video. This is what happens. We have a video of the projectors. We have a video of the mini PC. And I was like, why don't we just we have an MLM.
Yeah.
Why don't we just give them all away? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he's like, of course, he's just like, yep, let's do that.
Yeah.
So we come out here, we hooked them all together and did the giveaway video with us playing on all three of them. And
Yeah.
like the mini PC, it's a mini PC. Like I don't
sure.
want anybody to ever be, thinking that this is somehow going to be, running GS Pro on Ultra. You know what I mean? It's not. You're going to run GS Pro Lite at 1080, and as long as you get into the software and you hit the Z button to turn off your 3D graphs.
3D graphs, yeah.
Yeah, it'll run, usually in the low 20s up into the mid 30s frames per second.
Nice.
So you'll get some stuttering, you'll get some choppiness, but for the most part,
you're playing golf.
You're playing golf, and it works. You're not like I mean I've seen it down when I had 3D graphs on. Gosh, it was like Royal Port Rush or something. Yeah. It was like 9 frames a second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, that's not really playable. But then I remembered about the 3D graphs, turn it off. Now it's 18 to 25, and it's playable even on a course of that kind of magnitude.
I was like, not to mention Royal Port Rush that gives any computer a run for its money, right?
It really does. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a 5080 in our computer, and like, we've seen stuttering on courses even with that card. They're not. I think that you get into the simulator stuff. I mean the giveaway. We've got this. We got we've got the Go Sports 8x10 net with screen.
Yep. So I started with. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. We gave a few drivers away. I don't know, summer. Was it summer? No, it was actually later.
Yeah, it was like in the late winter. It was early winter. I mean,
was it? Yeah. Okay. Well, we had a Tacoma and a Vice driver. We were trying those out, and we decided to give those away. Yeah.
Awesome.
And it went so well. We had so much fun with it. We actually were going to Scottsdale to go golfing, and one of the gentlemen who won lived in Canada but was working in Scottsdale. And he says, "Well, can you ship to my office in Scottsdale?" I was like,
"Wow.
Well, I'm going to be there Wednesday. Why don't we just deliver it?" So we did. So we took it down there. We went and met him and stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yep.
Super cool. So when am I winning something for Nashville for you guys to drive it to me? Just kidding.
No, I don't know, but we'll come out there. I love it. There's a lot of great courses. There's a lot of great courses near Nashville. Absolutely. I have a cousin that lives in Franklin, and I love the area. Yeah.
Very close there.
Yep. Great area for sure. I'm gonna put this over so I don't step on it or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So the giveaway is awesome. So basically, how that happens, right? We, if I remember correctly, they have to. Do they have to be subscribed? I know they got to send an email.
Yeah, you have to be subscribed. You have to send me an email. I just ask a few questions. YouTube
Blood
name,
sample.
your name, what's your handicap, how long you've been playing golf, and any ideas for future content. And the responses have been outrageous. We're up to 76 entries now.
That's awesome.
Man, like if we're not struggling for things to try and do for content, I'll tell you that. We had some great ideas.
Yeah. People have really great ideas. Obviously, some of them are tough to do, but people do. I mean, they have some great ideas for sure.
Right.
So what y'all's thoughts on TGL?
TGL. I mean, for me, I actually really like TGL.
Yeah.
But I don't actually watch it, so that should tell you kind of like week to week. I'm not really watching it. I watch highlights, all that stuff. I mean, I look at their setup though, and I'm just like, this could be so much better.
Right.
Like, why didn't you consult like sim people
like
us?
Ubsey Golf, call us. We could have told you.
Hey, speaking of overlays, you know who could use an overlay
on
their projector screen is TGL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't see it. You can't see
tough.
it. And they have probably $100,000 in projectors onto that screen or more. I don't even know how much.
How many? What they have? Is it 6? I know they have multiple projectors, obviously aligned perfectly.
I think I think it's at least 6. Yeah.
At least, yeah.
And then
full swing. Just.
I was gonna say you said it. I was gonna say I'll say it too. Like I don't care on that part. Like full swing is trash comparatively. You know what I mean? Like
I agree.
The reason I can say that confidently too, we have them at our country club.
Okay.
And I was so mad at our pro because I had gone in and told them, like, before you do the sim stuff, come talk to me. Nope. They went and spent $70,000 per bay to have full swing.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
don't know how that happens because it still happens. So we had a back nine.
yep,
Back nine, if you've not heard of them,
we
is
have, yeah, yeah, yeah.
a membership
Franchise, yeah.
style, right?
Yep.
And 24 hours. Membership's kind of high, but they sell you on the ability to, for some reason, go play golf at 2 in the morning if you are that kind of person. Where you should be sleeping. But anyway, maybe that fits your lifestyle or work lifestyle. But it had full swing, and a couple of me and the buddies went out there, and like after 2 holes, I was like, can we just go back to my house? One,
Yeah,
you're not having to pay. Two, I can walk back into my house if I do want to have a drink. And
right,
three, I don't have maybe 7K, little less than eight, piecing together throughout, the last year and a half.
right.
And I like my setup with GS Pro and the iMini Lite way better than we were having to like move up to get it to read in the putting or something. It was a nightmare. And then there's the software, how the ball flies. You couldn't zoom into the hole. I couldn't figure out how to do the heat map. I mean, it was just like, guys, where's
Yeah.
GS Pro and why did no one ask a question?
Right. Well, and that's hard. I mean, well,
Yeah,
first of all, let's be clear about one thing: is that if you're going to use GS Pro in a commercial setting, you need to contact GS Pro and
for
get
sure.
permission to do that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just so everybody's clear on that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
yeah.
probably already know that, but like, but yeah, why wouldn't you want to use that? Like that's I don't understand. We went in there. I went in there and hit with my son. There was like a birthday party going on,
Yeah.
and so we went in there, and there was a couple clubs laying around, and everything was left. And so we talked to a friend of ours that we played golf with over there that was going to the simulator a bunch, and he's like, "Yeah, there's a huge draw bias on full swing."
Hmm.
And I'm like, "What? So why are we
Can't
using
fix
it?
it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why
Yeah.
are we using it? You just have to aim right on everything, and like you're not really helping
Mm,
anything if you can't calibrate it to what's straight, where are you straight, even if you're hitting
yeah,
offset, what's straight, all that kind of stuff that you can do using an iMini Lite
for
and
sure.
two golf balls,
Yeah,
right? Like
absolutely.
you can set yours dead straight, have it perfectly accurate, and you can't do that with a $70,000 system. I mean,
Yeah.
I just
Or they're not
or
gonna
they had
update softwares to, because I remember the Spica 3 when it first came out, it had a slight draw. And it was like that, a new software update comes out and it
it's
reads,
fixed.
just like the GDS Pro, right?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
just, yeah, it's
yep, yeah,
mind-boggling
which is
that,
which is crazy. Yeah.
yeah, that
Well, they had a they had a
commercial
they had a
goes that way.
they had a yeah, they had a misread live on TGL.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
And like,
Yeah,
I mean, like a blatant misread and no read. And there's like 20 full swing kits measuring that. You know what I mean? There's like,
yeah,
I don't know what there is. I think there's 6 up front and there's 6 behind. So there's 12 full swings
yeah,
measuring those. And they had a no read, and then they had a misread with, I think it was Morikawa had like a
yeah.
complete misread. And then they had that one, obviously, that was Tiger where he hit a 100-yard wedge shot.
You played that one off
And
pretty good on TV.
yeah, yeah, and it went 140 yards.
Yeah.
Like Tiger doesn't do that. I don't care how
No,
old he is. Tiger
Yeah.
doesn't do that.
They
I
only
don't think
spent
he
$1 billion.
grabs the wrong
You
club
can't
either.
expect it to be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he grabs the wrong club there either, because that was kind of how it was played off. Like, hey, you told me it
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know on all that. Like, I mean, I love the idea of TGL. Let's put it that
I
way.
thought it was cool, and
Yeah,
I watched once, and that was it. I
yeah.
was done. I was like, that was not as exciting as I thought it would be. I'd rather watch you play on YouTube or
Oh, yeah,
Triple Bogey
yeah,
right.
or
yeah,
Yeah,
any of our other friends.
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yep,
I wish there was a way, because like yesterday, right? Like you don't want to open the floodgates open for everyone, but and obviously you could do that within Discord, but like obviously the chatting back and forth is cool, but if you had like a select few that could jump in and like actually and you don't want anyone to come over and take over the conversation, right? But I think that would be kind of the next level, and that's what I've been thinking of, like, okay, how can I get people obviously chatting but also maybe in on voice to have conversations too while we're playing. um
right.
I don't know, that's just kind of my next level of thinking. But I have a question for you. How many Pro Tees do you have above you and never have a misread?
What
How
do you mean?
many?
Just one?
How many launch
Yeah,
monitors you have?
one pro.
Just one.
Right?
Yeah.
Just
So
one.
why do we?
We've had the Pro T
Yeah.
in March. It'll be a year. So we've had it for 11 months, and we've had 2 misreads on the
Yeah.
Pro T.
So
Yeah,
we
like
have
2 blatant misreads.
yeah, and we have what? It looks like 8 full swings behind them.
Yep.
Mhm.
Y'all need
Mhm.
one Pro T.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
And we have at least 80,000 swings on that Pro T
yeah, yeah.
in 11 months. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah,
and
good.
about 6,000 more on a Spica 3 that's never had a misread.
Yeah, Spike at 3, yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll transition to that, but let's Pro T software. What's your guys' thoughts on Pro T software coming out?
I mean, first of all, I will say that coming from, I have a Unicore IX02 at my house,
Okay,
and I have stopped using the View software altogether. I just use a third party connector and
yep,
basically play golf at my house. If I'm working on swing stuff, if I'm doing any of that, I'm here using Pro T Labs. So that
yeah,
should tell you what I think about the Pro T software. It
got
is
it.
light years ahead of basically anything else on the market, in my opinion. That's how I feel. I mean,
Yeah,
because you can customize everything, you can
yes,
change everything, you can do whatever you want. You can have different tabs for different things that you're doing. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And then, of course, I think one of the things you're getting at too is Golf Core, which
yep,
is their new Unreal Engine based simulator software, and I'm super excited about it. I mean,
for sure.
I can't wait to try it. I know that as a Pro T user, we get it for free immediately,
Yeah,
which is awesome, and I can't wait. It has, I don't know if you saw at the PGA show, it
mhm,
has the course building tools
yes,
built into the software, which maybe we would actually build a course.
for
You know what
sure.
I mean?
Yeah,
If
and
it
it's
doesn't take
Unreal. The Unreal Engine is phenomenal, right? I think there's
the Unreal
quite a bit
Engine
of
is
video
phenomenal.
games
Yep.
use that.
Yep. Yep. Well, the Unreal Engine is phenomenal for. Here's my understanding of it. So this is
Yeah,
opinion, not necessarily fact, but Unreal is definitely better in graphic quality, like the
yeah,
way you can do the graphics, the way that they interact in the inside the virtual world, all that kind of stuff.
mhm,
The actual physics inside of Unity, what GS Pro uses, is better than Unreal.
okay, got it,
So it's like there's like they kind of have like 2 different parts of the path.
got it.
And so I know that um, oh gosh, is it Trackman? Trackman uses
Yeah,
Unreal,
okay,
and their ball physics are. I don't like them compared to GS Pro
yeah,
ball physics. Now the ball physics in GS Pro are awesome up to a point. I mean,
yeah,
there's some of the stuff that all of us hate, right? Like if you hit it on the green and you have 11,000 RPM of spin and it 2 hops onto the fringe, it never
yes,
comes off the fringe,
Mhm.
right?
correct.
Like that stuff that we all hate,
Yeah,
or that it's going to 3 hop and roll and then spin every single time.
yeah,
It won't stop. It'll stop faster
yeah,
if you hit it higher, but it won't necessarily not do the like certain aspect. And you got to
for
wait, and
sure.
it stops, and then boom, now it spins back,
Yep,
right? And so
absolutely.
does that happen in real life too? Yes, it does, but it's like real consistent and gamey kind of feeling
For sure.
in GS Pro. So
Yeah.
there's like certain little things like that with ball physics. I don't know what Golf Core is going to look like on the ball
Yeah.
physics part since it's Unreal, and but maybe they have, maybe they've really perfected ball physics inside of it. I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
wait to try though.
For
Yeah.
sure. And
Well,
it and it's
based on what we've seen and we know about Pro T, just on we get an update once a week. If you have issues, you can report it in real time
oh wow.
with all the shot data.
Yeah.
Excuse me, right to them,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
That's awesome.
so
Yes.
I
So,
think it'll
so
be
like,
fine.
yeah, just to explain that part, like the misread, the first one that I ever had on the Pro T, I hit a 50-degree wedge from 120 yards out, and it went like 40 yards, and it had 176 right spin access,
Okay.
and it had negative 4,800 spin, right, which is impossible,
For
Mhm.
sure.
right? That'd be like you're playing tennis, you know what I mean, or something crazy. And
Yeah.
so what you can do in the Pro T Lab software is there's a little triangle button.
Yeah.
You click that button, it says report, and I can say it was a spin issue. It was, this is what happened. This is what I hit with it. was
Yeah.
a 50-degree wedge. I did these things. These are the numbers that it has on it. And then there's a button that you can click that says you can send all of your shot data, including your computer specs, to
Nice.
ProT. And so it'll show the impact camera replay to them and everything, so they
Wow.
can see all of it. And yeah, it's super cool. So and they're responsive on that kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, and they very easily, because let's be honest, I think there's a good following. There's a point where Pro-T is definitely a product that is sought after. If I go into the Facebook group right now and say, I want an overhead, which launch monitor should I go? There's going to be, well, let's just first say there's a lot of people that know everything on there. That's beside the point. But there's going to be a lot of Pro-T, 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 Pro-T. And they very easily could have been like, hey, this is our new, simulation software. It's going to be at a discounted price for the Pro-T and charge, right? And you guys would have
Right.
bought it.
Yep.
Let's be honest.
Yep. 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 I would have bought it.
But they have 0 subscriptions. They are not charging for if you already own the Pro-T. So I mean, it just makes you feel good, right? Not only do you have a launch
Yep, it
monitor
does.
that's spot on, but you have a company that is like working for you.
Right. Yeah, they've done like it's like they went outside the norm with their
Yeah,
model. And
for sure.
Dennis, the owner of Proti at PGA show, said we plan on never having a subscription.
Wow.
Ever.
well, that's
And what
different
they've
from the normal corporate business model. Like once we get them, let's fuck them every fucking time. And
Yeah,
make 'em
yeah. I
pay
mean,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, you
Just
get like
drive them into the ground. Yeah.
for sure.
Like, oh,
Like
you want to use the product that you bought from us.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
$500.
$500 a year.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
because let's be honest, like the actual hardware itself, they're making money on, right? Obviously, or they wouldn't be in
Right.
business. But when you think of a profitability standpoint and margin standpoint, it's not as high as subscription is 100% profit, right?
Yep.
I
Yep.
maybe
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
and so
I mean,
when
for
you
the
think
most
of
part, yeah.
yeah, when you think of like a Netflix or Spotify or some major player, if they raise the price by $1, I'm not gonna say something. My wife would. She checks the bank account. She's checking it right now to see if I bought something from a gas station. Um, but as long as the card doesn't say decline, I don't check.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say much, but when you have that many users, we're talking about just bottom line, just revenue.
Yep.
So
Just
Pro-T easily
exponential.
could have,
Yeah.
yeah, could have just been like, hey, like we can add a subscription for third party, or I mean, they could have done a lot of different things. So that's really
Yep.
cool
The
to
other
hear.
thing, that I was really impressed with Proti, and it's like, I mean, I'm totally a fanboy just because I love the product, and we
Yeah,
have obviously a bunch of other launch monitors,
for sure.
and the Proti has been, I mean,
Yeah,
rock solid as a launch every day, coming in, turning it on, it working, it doing exactly what it's supposed to. It's been rock solid. One of the reasons for that is also something that Proti did outside of the norm, at least in my opinion, which is that they offer one product and they have
that's true.
perfected that one
Mhm.
product.
Yep.
And all they do is they put their time and effort and energy into making that product better.
Yeah,
And like,
that's
I
awesome.
can't say enough on that part, because it's like, I mean, where you look at, Foresight, and you have like a GC3 or a GC Quad, right? That the product came out, they perfected that product, and then offered 10 different types of it with different subscription models and
Yeah,
all that different stuff. They perfected the product. Let's be real, right? Like, it's still gold standard. And I
absolutely.
100% still agree with that, right? Foresight indoors, TrackMan outdoors, like those are the kings of launch monitors.
Absolutely.
But to have something where somebody's like, hey, we want to make a really good, like the V track, right? For instance,
Yeah.
Proti, I don't know exactly how that came about, but Proti either owned the V track unit
Yes.
or just sold the rights to the unit. Like they
Hmm.
had the rights and sold the rights to the unit. One of the, I don't really know
Yeah.
exactly how that worked, but they gave up that to let V-Track go ahead and make that unit because they're just sticking with the Proti. And the
Yeah,
V-Track has better cameras in it,
for sure.
and it has newer and better equipment inside of it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really necessarily, in my opinion, apparently it doesn't really need it, because the Proti is just saying, yep, we can just
Yeah.
keep making it better,
Yeah. There was a point where I guess, yeah, Pro-T was going to release a second one, and then they were just like, no. and that's obviously where the V-Track came. So what floor-based launch monitor, what, if I were to ask, say, hey, what, I can't do overhead. I don't care about right or left-handed. I have whatever money you want me to spend. Well, let's cap it, because you would probably say like the GC Quad or something like that.
Obviously,
Right.
That's
Yeah,
where I was
yeah.
going.
So we'll say sub 5,000, because I don't know that there's a floor-based launch monitor besides GC Quad and some of the Foresight higher end. Which launch monitor are you telling me to go get?
Well,
Floor-based.
it's perfect because it's perfect because you know the situation in the scenario. The GC3 is over 5,000, right, and that's the only other unlocked one, basically. And so you get under 5,000, and what are your options, right? You go from the budget square MLM up to the you start getting into the iMini Core, iMini Lite. Then you get
GDS Pro.
Yeah, the Golfjoy GDS Pro,
Yes.
the Bushnell LPI, now the new Circle B that just came out.
Yep.
And then the Spica 3, the Golfjoy Spica 3. And again, obviously, we're not sponsored by anybody. We would love to be.
Yeah.
So if anybody's listening,
If anybody's listening,
that's right. Yeah. Trust me, I don't want to pay for everything.
yeah.
But we have a Spica 3, and I will tell you in this fashion, I guess, is that we also have a GC3, and I don't see any way. I don't see how I can, in good conscience, recommend somebody spend $7,000 for a GC3 over $32.99 for a Spica 3.
when the Spica works as good as it does.
Yeah.
I mean, we put
100%.
we put 86,000 shots on our GC3 in about 11 months, and never had a misread.
Nope.
I mean, not that we could tell. At least we're not good enough to know that. We've had no reads from not having them in there, whatever. And then getting the Spica, when our simulator was down and we were building this room, we were down for about 2.5 months. And we put the Spica on our hitting mat and hit into our old enclosure, like without a projector, and just had it on the TV. And we did that for 2.5 months. So I would say probably somewhere in the 5,000 to 7,000 shot range in those 2.5 months on the Spica 3. Never had a misread. Never had something that we were like, that's really questionable. Like it was like, no, I didn't strike that well, and that's probably correct.
We called it Operation Zero Downtime.
That's awesome. Yeah, and Spica 3,
they came out one day,
got
like, what are you doing? I said, Operation Zero Downtime.
That's awesome. Yeah, that is phenomenal. And the Spica 3, we got a light version coming out. We don't know the price point on that.
Nope.
Or I didn't, and when I checked Monday, it could be out now. I'm not sure.
I would guess it's somewhere in between the GDS Pro and the Spica 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty reasonable guess there. Yeah.
For sure.
The
Yeah.
Omni's going to be overhead, right? Is the Omni overhead?
No, the Omni's not overhead.
We actually reached out, or Jay did, to Golfjoy and said, hey, look, we love your products. We want to see more, do more. You can watch. We're doing testing stuff on them. We haven't, we've given them rave reviews. What do you think about, like, how do we partner up? How do we get some stuff and just to try out and stuff? And they said, well, they're reviewing how they do things, but they own Asia, the Asian market, and they're really trying to break through into the US. And we thought no better way to do it than Ubsey Golf.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and there's a part of that too. Like we have the Spica 3, we have the light coming out. We have the new Spica 3 with the chip, which is
new chip and new cameras.
Yeah, new chip, new camera, which is gonna let me try to explain this correctly. The new chip, new cameras is going to allow for the new metric of low point that no other floor-based launch monitor has today.
Exactly.
The old unit, and stickerless dimple tracking, so you don't have to have stickers.
Club data. No, stickerless club
data.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, club data.
Yep.
The old unit that does not have the chip will do stickerless, but it will not do low point.
Exactly.
Correct.
So ours is an old unit. So we will get, based on what they're saying, we should get stickerless club data.
Yeah.
And then the new units will get low point. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't need low point for my shots because it's so low that it's typically 6 inches behind the ball. So I know where my low point is.
You need strike point.
Yeah, so they can leave that one out because I got that one figured out.
Yeah. So Golfjoy, send Ubsey Golf the new chip. They'll send back the old one. They may keep it. They may give it away. But
Yeah,
let's make
give
that
it
happen.
away. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, there you go.
It's true.
Send us a new one. No, you know what I would really really like to do is I would really like to test their GR3, their
Yeah.
overhead,
Yep.
like their Mac Daddy overhead.
Yep.
I would love to test that. Have you seen that it has a 4 foot by 4 foot hitting area? Huge.
Yes. So
Unbelievable.
if you've watched any of the videos, which not many people have, but it is what it is.
We've been there.
Yeah, we are there.
Elite Sim Golf. So I have a partnership with Elite Sim Golf. I do a little bit of work for them on the side. Definitely not my main job. It is while I'm driving through Nashville, dodging potholes and other drivers. So they're full-fledged. Basically, they carry all launch monitors, including GolfJoy. And yes, we've seen that one, and it's phenomenal. And then they have the tower cameras.
The tower cameras are cool too. Yeah. Well, GolfJoy also came out with like let's say more reasonable, movable hitting mat, area, like hitting area, and that under 12-foot putting, movable putting surface with holes that drop up and down.
Yep.
I think there's 4 cups in it, 3 or 4 cups, and they motorize, they come down, or they go back up and make them flush, and depending on where you are, it gives you the break on the software.
I see that in y'all's future.
I would hope. And here's the thing: is that
it's only money. It's only money.
It's only money.
It's true.
Yeah. It's only like $60,000 or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's just, in the grand scheme
I think
of
that
things.
might have been for the whole setup that they had there at the PGA show.
10 years ago,
including
that'd
the
be
launch monitor and
$130,000.
Well, it still is. If like we had a friend, the guy he was talking about that sold the sim place, like that sim place had Golf Zone come in and do their estimate on there, and it was $110,000 per bay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And only 3 of the 8 bays had the movable flooring.
Yeah.
And so when you average it out, it was 110 per bay, which is just, it's super cool, but that is so much money.
I
It's
agree.
a lot.
When you can build like what we have in here, I'll just run through it again real quick. We have 2 75-inch TVs.
Mm-hmm.
We have the LK936. We have a Micro Center Power Spec 5080 machine. We have 1 4K monitor, the bullseye screen, the hitting mat, all this stuff.
Pro Tee.
And the Pro Tee comes out to probably about 23,000.
Yeah.
I mean, when you not including the build of the room and all that stuff.
For sure,
you're 20, let's just say $25,000. You're $25,000 and you have a top-notch killer setup.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah. For sure.
Or you can spend, $45 to have or $50 to have the TrackMan.
Yeah.
Or $70 to have the full commercial, or $70 to have full swing, or True Golf, or $110 to have Golf Zone. You know what I mean? It's just,
it's like a weekend in Vegas.
like I mean, I see, I see the value in their marketing plans. You know what I mean? Tacoma has the same marketing plan. You know what I mean? It's just like give everybody clubs and deals.
For sure.
It's a fantastic marketing plan. They're
so in the sim room, what 2 things? So we'll say 2 things. Like besides obviously what you need to actually play sim golf. Outside of that, we'll say more accessories. What are 2 like must-haves in the sim room that's not your monitor, your enclosure, computer, obviously that gets you playing golf?
Okay, I would say number 1. What do you got?
I was going with the floor
with the control box.
Yeah, with the control box.
Control box. Okay.
We use BrainBox.
Yep, I love the joystick. Easy to just.
Yep. Joystick. It's like a 3D printed plastic, super durable, and not going to harm your club. Has just the basics of what you need on it. Lasts for about 4 or 5 months on battery. Bluetooth connected. Super easy. I would say that the next thing here, though, is the
Tee system.
Cibo Golf Tee system.
Okay.
And I mean, whatever. Like we recommend the Cibo Tee Golf system.
Yeah.
But any type of tee system that you can actually like not chase your tees around
yeah,
the
tethered.
sim.
Any
I think
tethered version.
any kind of tethering,
Yeah,
some type of tethering system, because it just gets annoying, because also you're going to usually have it dark and it's hard to see where the tees are.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
hunting around for them all the time. It's annoying. So we recommend, this is the Sibo tee. He also has a flex plate version that has a like a weighted flex plate
Yeah.
with this same style attachment at the top, and so you could, it's movable or whatever.
Got
But
it.
this one goes under your mat like a. I'll get it closer to the camera.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
It's
Awesome.
it's like an L bracket, right? And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
goes under the mat, and then just this part sticks up, and
Cool.
that's all
Yeah.
that you're seeing out here. So I mean, I would say, like, I know it's weird that that's the keys, but it really is. It's like, I
But
don't.
yeah, but for someone that plays as much as you guys do, or you've been in having a sim for a year or so plus, like people need to listen to that, because like I agree with both of those, but certainly the tethered system, whether it's that or there's other versions out
Mhm.
there, but
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know a wood tee, if you're using that, if you're using a rubber tee, some launch monitors don't like the white, and really you
Right.
don't want a
Yeah.
hole in your launch. Most people are using hitting strips, so you're not using the rubber tee. Additionally, normal tees are flying. It's a projectile to you or people around
Everywhere.
you.
Yeah.
It's a projectile into
Everywhere.
your most your most, I wouldn't say your most expensive piece of your simulator, but it's certainly, you don't want a hole or anything in your screen, so that
Sure.
the burr tees or whatever they're called, that the
Mhm.
plastic ones, they
Yep.
also fly and go behind stuff. And so yeah, definitely the tethered
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
is
again,
a
it's
game
dark.
changer.
It's hard to find them. Like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We were hooking the
100%.
bird tees up to the K2, the
Yeah,
beanbag
yeah.
one, and
Okay.
trying with those. But
Yeah,
they wear out and stuff.
for sure.
The molded injected plastic,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
plastic whatever,
Yeah.
that word,
Injection molded. Yeah.
injection molded
Yeah.
plastic. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm not very smart, but it works for me.
Yeah.
Nice. You are
Hey, I'm
smart.
gonna
Don't
say
sell
this.
yourself short. Don't sell yourself short.
But I want to give credit where credit's due, because if anybody's watched our stuff, when it comes to like the research and the knowledge and figuring everything out, and there's a lot
Yeah.
of tech going on here. I want to give credit to my buddy, my partner here, because he has done the work. Typically, I'm grinding, trying to earn us some money. We are business partners, and I'm always hunting new deals and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And he goes deep into this stuff. I don't even have. He's 10 years younger than me, so like the tech comes a little easier to him.
Yeah.
I'm 56, and I didn't get internet until I was in my mid 20s, late 20s. You know what I mean? So it was like,
It was just last week. It was just last week.
that was the first time I got it.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
But
You're still
yeah,
using an
and
old car phone, right? The big just car phone.
Yeah.
I had one of those.
Yep. Yep. I remember them. My dad had one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. First of all, thank you.
Yeah.
And secondly, you very well know Second Flight.
Yeah.
Like the amount of effort and time and energy that goes
sure.
into figuring out, researching, understanding, like
Yes.
knowing what it is. Then also, even for a small channel like us or you, like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're about the same, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, on channel size, and like, um, it's hard to come up with enough content. It's hard
For
to
sure.
put it out. It's hard to like know what is what, and what's really hard is to stay up to date on stuff
Yes.
Yeah.
when when all the companies are sending all the creators free stuff to test
For sure.
before it comes out,
Yeah.
so they can test it, review it, make a video of it, and drop it on the launch date. And that's the date that we can buy it. You
Yeah.
know? And so
Absolutely.
all of our reviews are weeks late, on
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
We pride ourselves on being last to market.
Yep. So
But
that's kind of our
the
thing.
best. Hey, you say
That's
the,
right. There you go.
say the
You're
last.
gonna get an honest review.
Yeah,
I
you're gonna,
promise.
the
you're gonna
best
get
for
an
last.
honest review. It's
Yeah.
gonna be you probably won't get the data that you're looking for, but it'll be honest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they say the average golfer, if you shoot under 100, I mean, under 100, you're better than the average golfer to date.
Yep.
Crazy, right?
Yep.
So that's crazy to me, saying that and hearing that, but it's true. And, when people are watching, we already referenced this, but when people are watching, like they want, in my opinion, they're going to be more that way, right? They're going to be more of
Right.
hitting it left, right. And, I go back to the Square. I had the Square golf launch monitor for a year. Again,
Great
I've played a
unit.
lot. Great unit for the price. It had its flaws, but for the price, hands down, if you ask me if I recommend it, I would say 10 out of 10 just based off of what it was for the
100%. Yeah.
price, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
can't
Yep.
And
beat it.
I'm tech, so I know what's gonna happen. I know how to circumvent that. Like I am quick to be able to, if it misread, like, okay, what was going on, or hey, I'm wearing white shoes, or anything of that nature, just to drop and play it for the average person, you could experience problems, you may not. Mine worked flawlessly the whole time before I gifted it away and went with iMini Lite. But with that, it's like, you know, we have a new one coming, and
Mhm.
the Omni, right? And what is that going to look like, right? We have a floor-based
We'll
launch
do last.
monitor.
We'll tell you last to market for sure. We have
We'll be looking
we
for the
have it
view.
on
Yeah, we're
pre-order,
looking for
right? Yeah, we have
the
it on
video.
pre-order,
So
but we won't be getting it first. I'll tell you
yeah,
that.
so we got a tripod system, right? We have
Tripod. Yep.
a
Yep.
floor-based launch
4 camera.
monitor that's going to be 4 cameras.
Yep.
So it's going to have all the same ball data, all the same club data, plus a few others. It is geared to be indoor and outdoor, so I think that's going to help. When I was in my garage, for instance, when I had the Square, if I tried to play in the daylight and didn't have like just stuff over the
Blackout.
garage windows, it would not read, right? It wouldn't even pick
Yeah.
up the ball. So
It won't
obviously,
even pick up the ball. Yeah.
yeah, hopefully they
Yeah.
fix that. But like at $1,600, boy, that's gonna be that's a
I-
market changer.
It's a disruptor.
It
It
is.
really
Hundred
is.
percent a
It really,
disruptor.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, if they can get the accuracy,
Yes.
the reason that a GC quad has 4 cameras is that 2 cameras are doing the ball tracking
Yeah.
and giving you the numbers, and 2 cameras are giving you the club data.
Yeah.
The GC3 has the third camera gives you the club data, which is
Yep.
why it's less club data, right?
Hmm.
It doesn't give you impact location, and I forget what the other main one is, but if the Square can do that and give you impact location, um, your club speed,
Yeah.
your all of the angle of attack, all that kind of stuff, path, all those different things, um, and you get for $1,600 and it's accurate, it is a market disruptor,
Yeah.
100% a market
Thank
disruptor.
goodness
Because
Unicore put out their iMini Core for Christmas and
yep,
got those cells, because I do believe, obviously now that is going to dive right with the Omni coming out. Same price point. Well, fifteen hundred
I
dollars
don't know.
versus
I don't.
16.
Why would you ever want a ball data only
Yeah,
iMini core when you could get a
for
full
sure.
club data,
Absolutely.
Square
Right. Yeah, and
Omni
I know
for the
there's
same price?
the customer service side of it, and I think they're a company, that's obviously a different model than a Pro T, right? They're, stack it high, let it fly, let's sell as many as
Yeah,
possible, and if there's issues
absolutely.
along the way, we'll not answer.
Yeah.
um, but
Well, they did have that one, the guy in at the PGA show
yeah,
that said they are looking to really bring a more US based presence.
yeah, and
Like
they
the
may
customer
not have
service,
known, right? Like
right?
they
The
may have
customer
not
service isn't
understood.
bad. The customer service isn't that bad in like the UK and like
Okay,
in Europe.
yeah,
It's not that bad because that's where their presence is. That's
for
where they
sure.
have people. They
Yeah,
just don't really have people, and this is my understanding, right?
yeah, yeah,
That they don't really have people in the U.S. And he did say that they do know about the issue and that they
yep,
are going to be trying to help resolve that, so that we might have somebody to contact. Because basically,
yeah,
you contact Square, and you just don't get a response.
Well, that's why I thought we made them an offer they really couldn't refuse. Just send us free shit.
yeah,
That was the offer.
Yeah,
yeah. It's super easy. It's
there,
not that
There
hard.
it is, right? I'll
You
be
need
your
an
customer service.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
respond to emails.
yep.
absolutely. And this one should, the small issues that the OG Square had or has potentially, I think the Omni hopefully will just eliminate those, so you don't get those small customer service calls. But they also may not have envisioned it to just, because that's about the time the sim just boomed, right? I mean, I'm a year and a half into it, and there's been
Uh-huh.
so much growth. And I know that like Ben from Triple Bogey and J Lag, and then there's Golf Sims. I forget his name. I think his name's Jay. Like
Jay
their
Lasso,
content,
yeah.
you guys have had content for, before me. And so obviously it was growing then, but just in the last year and a half, Square came in at a good time.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
from a
Well, I'd
residential
Well,
say
standpoint.
here's what we can hope, right? Is that Square they disrupted the market the first time,
Yeah,
right? They came in with a $700 camera-based launch monitor that you could get and plug in and hook to GS Pro with no subscriptions. I mean, they broke the system the first time,
absolutely.
right? By giving everybody an opportunity to jump into simulator golf
Yeah.
at a reasonable price.
Full
And
sim
then
too. That's putting,
well,
like
yeah.
everything.
On the and their own software that's functional and works pretty
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
Like their own software is not bad. Like you don't even
Yeah.
have to connect to GS Pro and have that
Yeah.
subscription. You got the 1,000 credits with Square to
Yeah.
start and a software that's not terrible. Like I mean that's impressive. Hopefully they've learned their lesson that if they're going to come out with a 4 camera full club data
Yeah.
launch monitor for $1,600, they're going to do it again.
Yeah.
They're going to disrupt and break the system again.
Yep.
Hopefully, they've learned their lesson and they've got people that can help if there are issues.
the high end stuff's going to keep selling. There's
sure.
always going to be people out there that think the more money it costs, the better it is. You
Yeah.
know,
Totally.
and each his own. You know,
Yep.
if you don't do your
Yeah.
homework, whatever. But I mean, I read that simulator golf is going to be a $9 billion industry this year. It's projected in 2026 at
Yeah.
$9 billion.
That is
That's unbelievable.
that's so mind boggling. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, probably part of it is that it costs $4 billion to build TGL.
They just factor that
Absolutely.
in there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's really funny.
Well, guys,
Let me bring anything to drink over here.
yeah, I had to get some water there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I feel like we
go ahead.
might have been missing something that you had on your list. What was the other thing that we wanted to talk about? Oh, launch
Um,
monitors.
yeah, we
just
kind of
talked about
touched
it,
on
didn't
them. Yeah, I think we touched on them.
Yeah.
The big thing was Omni, and I think sub 1,000. Why would you look at a Garmin R10? I think the MLM2 Pro still has a need because data, right? I think
Mhm.
Square, if if you're not worried about sim golf and you're worried about data and game improvement, the MLM2 Pro still to date is a great product. We touched on, we the Golf Joy, right? We have the GDS Pro, we have the Spica 3, and it's 17 different Spica 3 options that's coming out.
Right.
And they're actually changing because if I'm not, you guys own one. I'm actually gonna have the new one um, from Elite Sim that I'm excited to try out, but it's gonna be after everyone else, unfortunately. But
Of course.
the original Spica it doesn't have a square hitting area, right? It's like cut off. Am I correct?
Yeah. Well, so is the GC3. So is the
The
GC
GC3,
Quad.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
They're
so then,
they have an angle.
yeah,
If these are the cameras facing this way, they have an angle right here where the
yep,
camera can't pick up. So you have to come down from it. It's a
got it.
whole area, and then it's like this.
Yeah,
But the Spica is considerably larger
It
than the
is.
GC3.
Yep.
yeah, yeah. And I heard the new one's just going to be a square. They're eliminating
Yeah.
that.
You
I'm
can
sorry,
eliminate
rectangle.
that back edge. I mean,
Yeah,
it's smart to do that. I don't see why you don't really need to have it. I mean, GC3 you need it because it's not a very big
yeah,
area.
for sure. Yeah.
So
And
is Elite Sim like trying to go head to head with like Indoor Golf Shop and Carl's and stuff like that? Is that what they're doing?
I would say it's a bit smaller currently, but
Mhm.
it has over the past really 8 to 12 months grown substantially. It was R10, MLM2 Pro, R50, and then picked up V-Track. V-Track's been a huge contributor to the success. They're
Sure. Yeah.
turning a lot of V-Track units. Um, and so that kind of got them on the map and helped out. So now I was in the meeting with Golf Joy when we got Golf Joy on board. I got Unicore on board, so we're a Unicore dealer as well. Which, by the way, was extremely hard Golf Joy sent an email. They responded and said, "Hey, let's have a call tomorrow." We got on the call and was like, "Hey, this is the cells. This is the warehouse space." And they were like, "Awesome. Here's your here. How much you
Here's
want to
your
buy?"
pricing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Unicore was like trying to talk to that girl at the bar, who had zero interest in you, but kind of liked your friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, you're like trying to lay down hints, and you know, there's just no response. You know,
Mhm.
I'm used to that, so I didn't take no for an answer, right? I got um, and yeah, they were tough. Unicore was tough to get, but you know, we finally got them. So I mean, we pretty much, you know, without Pro T and then some of the higher end type stuff, you know, have a good
You have a good base.
foundation.
Yeah.
That's
For
Yeah,
sure.
great.
good
Yeah.
That's
base.
great.
Yeah.
We thought about it.
Yeah.
And
We've thought about doing
yeah.
that too. Is just, um, because we're also like, you see the channels,
Yeah,
you start live streaming a bunch, like you get all the
for sure.
questions all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it'd be nice to push
Hey,
people to our own place,
Yeah.
Golf
you
Joy,
know?
super easy.
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
You
Well, they
tomorrow.
even responded. They even
Yeah,
responded when I didn't even ask them a question.
yeah,
I didn't really ask them a question. I just said, "I'm not asking for anything free. We just want to be a part of. Like, we understand that Golf Joy is slept on in the United States.
yeah,
You're trying to break into this market. How can we help?"
yeah. And they
And they
do.
were
I
like,
mean, they do
they
drop
were,
shipments. I think there's going to be a lot of change, and I've had conversations on the side with different things. And I don't know if you guys have heard of Virtual T,
yes,
Yeah.
um,
yeah,
Sure.
Virtual T, and then you know, obviously like Elite Sim Golf. Like we're talking two different volumes, right? And in reach, if you will. Um, but yeah, like if us three were like, hey, let's go spend $600 and get an LLC. You don't even really have to have an LLC. We could just call ourselves, you know, Ubsey second, whatever. I want to
yeah,
sell golf joys tomorrow. Like,
yeah,
there's nothing stopping us from doing that.
Yeah.
And that's good, but it's also kind of tough because it's like, you know, if I could just get a golf joy spike of three, just drop ship to a customer, like that's awesome that I have that ability to. But I see that changing, um, potentially with small market type stuff. But I don't know. I don't know. It's
We
cool that
don't
it
do
happens
anything
though.
half-assed though. So,
There
if
you
we were
go.
gonna do it, we were gonna do it right.
yeah,
You
Yeah,
yeah.
know.
absolutely. Yeah, with yeah,
Yeah.
full
We'd be all
website.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
absolutely.
yeah.
We
Contracts with
yeah,
everybody.
yeah. We'd be
We'd
all
Yeah,
have
in. Yeah,
enclosures. We'd
yeah,
have screens. It would
yeah.
be the whole deal.
Well,
I
because we have
let
a turf
Nick's
company too that we're
for sure.
partnering with. I mean, we'd
Yeah.
have turf, we'd have hitting mats, we've had, what I mean? And
Yep.
so, I mean, it would be great. I mean, we're still doing some of that stuff anyway, but not, we don't know if it's ever
Yeah,
going to be for sale or anything. We're just having a blast doing all this. And that's the biggest thing, right? Is that
for sure.
let's have some fun and make some
Yeah.
content and meet cool people. And
Mhm.
you know what I mean? This has been great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean everything in here is from Elite, from the enclosure to well, besides the landing, I had actually carried that over because it was decent.
Right.
But yeah, from hitting strip, mat, enclosure, to the I actually do a club keyboard, but
Yep.
it's
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
Elite Sim.
I have a club keyboard at my house and there's
I
about,
like the joystick,
yeah,
right?
there's probably two to three times per like stream or per time that I'm out there playing
Yeah,
where I am about to just smash my club through that club keyboard.
because it
I
like
just
yeah,
the
does
buttons
it?
don't work, the buttons
Yeah,
don't work, the button and then it's just it's
You
like
use your club
gotcha.
and you hit 4 buttons
yeah,
and
Yeah,
yeah.
stuff
yeah,
at once.
Yeah, the old ones were real small. But our first one was like
It was
for
tiny.
our
sure.
first one was the plug-in club
Yeah,
keyboard. It was like they didn't even have Bluetooth ones back then. And now
yeah,
I have the same one as you, but the square buttons
yep,
and you hit the side of them, they don't work.
yeah,
You still have to hit it right in the middle.
for
It
sure.
just, yeah.
I've
I
had
mean,
now
whatever.
again, it's still 2.5 months old. It's not super used. And I try to stay young. I want to get down and touch the button. I got to quit doing that. I got to use the club. I always, especially
Right.
putting, right? I'm already down there trying to line up the ball to blow it past and miss. But you know, that's my problem, not anyone else's. Um, but yeah, man, this has been fun. I appreciate you
Great.
guys. One, everything that you do for Sim Golf, the content, you know, making people laugh and enjoy watching the banter back and forth. And uh, yeah, this has been great.
Well, we appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thanks
for
so much
sure.
for reaching out and thanks for
Yeah,
having us on. And we'll obviously put this up on our channel as well.
Yeah, it'd be great.
yeah,
Yeah, or whatever you want to do
Or
if you
however
want.
you
Yeah.
want to do it. Yeah.
Yep.
for
Yep.
sure. Yeah, yeah. I will definitely
Yeah,
send.
and,
I'll send the link to you guys.
Yeah.
Or maybe
or
we
you
can
just
jump on a Google Drive or something that we can just share. That probably would be.
yeah, or you can just post it as a collab if you want. Have you done
Yeah.
that?
Okay, I have not, but guess what? I'm gonna do it today.
Hey,
Yeah,
we're,
we can try it out. Why not?
we're
Yeah, yeah,
collabing, man.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, collabing.
This is the best thing with all this stuff is you get to just do this and like meet cool people, man.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
I was like, would have never known. It was like I said something about Golf Joyce slept on, and Ubsey Golf has a video, and he's like, "You're Ubsey Golf," you know what I mean? And like, and then here
Yeah.
we are now, and getting to have this, and like,
Yeah.
I guarantee you, we ever make it to Nashville, we're gonna be playing golf with him.
You know
Absolutely.
what?
You know what I
There's
mean?
there's a good chance I might make it to Nashville because I just partnered up with a guy that I'm doing some work with, like in my real business world, and he's got a massive office in Nashville. So
Yep.
if I get down there, which is a fair chance I probably will,
Yeah.
I'm coming to play golf in your sim, buddy.
Absolutely.
I just
You're-
invited myself.
Yep.
You're welcome anytime. Absolutely. I'll
Thank
roll
you.
out
Thank
the
you.
I'll roll out the red carpet, the red driveway to drive. I'll do it all. You know.
It'd be a blast, man.
Yeah,
It'd be
we're gonna-
awesome. Well, I mean, it'd be a good excuse for me to go visit my
That-
cousin too.
Yeah,
so
he can come.
Yeah.
Man.
we'll make it a trip, man. It'd be awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Seriously, thank you for doing all this. Thanks for reaching out. Thanks for what you're doing for everyone. Like showing people all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what I love is that they align a lot, right?
For sure.
And just showing people that like all this stuff is very much accessible
Yeah.
to everyone. You
Yeah.
know. And even if it's starting with just like a basic membership at a sim club,
Yeah.
like you can do this and you can go and play, especially when either weather's bad or golf blew up. You can't find tee times. I don't know about your area, but like in
Yeah.
the summer here in Colorado, it's damn near impossible.
It is.
You're booking tee times 2 weeks out.
And it takes forever,
for
right?
local
Because they
courses.
are so packed, right? You're talking
Yep.
4 or 5 hours, and it's just like
Easy.
maybe even longer. And you're waiting on holes. Yeah, I mean, which is a good thing. I am a golf enthusiast. I am passionate about it. I'm all about the youth learning. Like I have some 7, 8-year-olds that'll come over that I work with, or just let them use it. Obviously, supervised.
Yeah.
And so like I am all about sharing and growing the game, and that's kind of why I started. Like obviously playing golf on live is, even if there's 2 people watching and chatting back and forth, it's fun, it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm what you said earlier, right? That competitiveness. I remember the first time we were recording a video with my playing partner, which is Jihad Grant. We did a break 25 or a break 30, and it came down to literally the last putt. If we birdied, we shot a 29. If we parred, we shot a 30. And that feeling of it being recorded and us actually hitting the putt,
Yeah.
which was not a easy putt. And the shot leading up to that was a remarkable shot that he hit because we were kind of behind a tree. But anyway, kind of that feeling, that competitiveness, but also just like I could not find much stuff out there with OBS and golf. You can find stuff with OBS for just sitting in front of the camera and talking, but getting up and swinging, like you said, the overlay screen or mic filters, because let's be honest, hitting a golf ball with a driver is kind of loud, right? And so that's where I was like, okay, look, like if it grows, cool. I'm not, if I was sitting in triple bogey spot today, I would be awesome and thrilled. If I don't get there, I'm okay with that too. At least if 1 or 2 people find the video helpful, then that's all I want.
That's exactly how we feel.
Yeah.
And in the process, if we can make it big enough that we can get people involved so that we can give more stuff away.
Yes.
Like, that's a big thing. Like, again, we have a little bit of a different position than maybe a lot of people, but
Yeah.
like we've been blessed. We want to be able to give back. Like
Yeah.
that's just part of our thing. We want to be able to give back. And so if we can do that and be able to give more stuff away, it'd be awesome. But like you said, just helping people out along the way, it's the number one thing. My dad taught me that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't listen to
That's
him back then, but he's, you know what I mean?
But you are now. Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever,
Well, guys,
Dad, see ya.
Yeah, I again,
So-
I appreciate it, and it's a loaded question, right? Someone mentioned it yesterday, like, hey, what launch monitor should I buy? What sim should I get? Like, I have at least 10 questions for you before I can even
Answer the question.
suggest that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody did it
So-
on our live yesterday, and I was like, I got to know a budget before I can even start to help you.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Yeah.
for sure.
And how tall are your ceilings?
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, they're
yeah,
8 foot. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't buy a launch monitor. That's
Yeah.
what I would
mean,
say.
if you want to be killer with a sandwich,
Yeah.
have at it.
Yep.
Yeah. You want to burn your screen with a pitching wedge over and over. I mean, let's do it.
Well, thanks again for having us on
Yep.
Second Flight.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you later.
All right,
Okay,
thanks,
take
brother.
care.
Take
Yep.
care.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.